guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my review on the Model's Own products that I got when Ulta did their big sale with Model's Own. All these products were half off or maybe a little bit more than that. But first I'm going to tell you about 3 of the products that I did not like and I returned. I tried 2 of Model's Own's bronzers. One was just a matte bronzer and the other was a shimmer bronzer. I didn't like these because I felt like they didn't spread easily on my face, and they were had an underbase of orange. Their base was an orange tint, and that doesn't really go with my complexion. So that is why I returned those 2. I also returned their highlighter stick, and that is because I was able to, for those of you who saw my Instagram story, it had come out of its holder during packaging. I was able to get it back into its holder, but when you use it to highlight your face, it takes off your makeup that is already on your face, if that makes sense. So I didn't like that. So those 3 products went back to Ulta. I got 3 of their palettes. And I actually really like them. And after having the experience I had with the bronzer and the highlighting stick that I got, I was surprised that I would like these. So I'm going to first talk about the AM kit. This kit I absolutely love. The only thing I don't love about this kit, I will just get this out of the way right now, is there are no names for any of the shadows on the back or the blush on the back. So I don't know if they just don't sell these products individually. I really do like this blush though, so I'm kind of bummed that I will never know what shade it's in, or maybe Model's Own only sells 1 shade. I don't know, but that's kind of a bummer for this. So none of these have names, but this kit does come with, and all of their packaging is the same white with the hollow names across the top. And then they come with a really big mirror up top and your shades. I like that it comes with its own blush brush, and I feel like it picks up the perfect amount for me, so I really like that. And then it comes with its own, I guess I have another thing I don't like about this. I do not like that this is the only brush that you get for the shadow. I wish it was a dual-ended brush and you had a fluffier side on this side, but it still works. So what I usually do is I just get my fluffier shadow brush to do my crease with a darker color, and then this does work great for the under eye or closer details that you are wanting to do. And then I usually take my finger and then just do my lid color. Where this is like a softer look, I really do love this one. It's great if you have a beginner makeup girl in your family, or you're just starting to get into makeup yourself. This is a great kit because you get the blush that I don't feel like, for me it was a good tone for my skin, but I don't feel like you can go wrong with this kit, where there's only, I feel like when you go wrong when doing your makeup, it's because you put on these dark shadows that you're not quite sure what to do with or where they go. And so this one's good because you only have like 2 darker shadows, which is this one right here, which is super dark, but it's great for under the eye, like doing like a powder liner. And then there's this one that's a little bit lighter, but it's still quite dark. So I like this palette because you only have those 2 darker shadows, so you can't really go crazy and end up with black eyes, if you know what I mean by that. So this one is, again, a great starter kit if you are looking into just starting to do makeup, or you have a little miss in your life that is starting to do makeup and she just wants to experiment a little bit. The next one I'm going to talk about is their Vintage Rose palette, and this one I actually really, really love. It took me a couple of days to get to loving it, if that makes sense, because I liked it at first. I liked a few colors at first, and then it was like, oh, but these are all really dark. I don't know if I can pull these off, things like that. So here is what this palette looks like, and here you have the dual-ended brush. So you have a fluffier side and a more precise, hard, compact side, which I absolutely love. Some of these, you do have 6 more glittery shadows, and then your white, which is the Lily, is a shimmer shadow, and then Rosebud, Harvest, and Cameo are more of a matte shadow. But I really, really like these ones as well. It took me a while to get used to the darker colors. I'm not used to putting darker colors on my eyes in general. And so that took me a little bit to get used to. These ones, I will say Charming and Lace, and I want to say Boutique. I keep saying Boutique, but it's actually Bouquet. Vintage Rose, get it? Those 3 I did apply with my finger. I don't feel like they picked up very well with the brush. It was very sparse. So maybe if you're just wanting like a dusting of glitter on your eyes, that'd be perfect. But I really do like this one as well. I would not use Lily as an all over like base shadow for your whole eye, because you'll end up looking like a ghost. It's not good. Anyways, but I really like this one as well. This one, I would say if you have a more experienced daughter in your house and they are wanting to try out some deeper, darker shades, this would be a good buy for them, because they can't get too dark and they can usually buff out pretty, they can blend out pretty well if they do end up getting too much on their brush. And the reason why I say these are good for beginners is because they're cheaper. They're a good play around, and you don't really have to be like, okay, I spent $40 on this. I paid, when this was half off, I paid $6. So I feel like that's really good for the shadows that are in here. Probably my all-time favorite is their Barely There one. When I first watched this on my Instagram story, I was like, okay, they're barely there. This is probably gonna be going back to the store. It's not very good. They don't, depending on the shade, they will not pick up on your finger. So these ones work great with a brush. So here is this palette. This one, you get 4 of the more glittery pigments in it, and then you have one shimmer shadow, which is this exposed brown one down here, and then the rest are matte. So with this one, I actually really love it. I love this all natural color. It's like a pinkish white for highlighting the corners of my eyes. I even put a little bit on the tip of my nose, and it looks great. It doesn't look powdery or not like it's supposed to be there. So I absolutely love that about this one. Again, this one comes with a dual-ended brush, which I think is awesome. I've been using this one a lot recently. I've been gravitating towards it a lot. Again, with some of these glitter shadows, they apply better with your fingers, or even if you had your brush tip wet a little bit and applied them that way, they'd probably apply a little bit better as well. But my thoughts on this are, again, if you have a teenage daughter or somebody that's just starting to get into makeup, this would be a great option for them. It gives them a lot of variety, but at a cheaper price, so they can play with makeup a little bit and not get too scared and not throw a bunch of money towards a palette that's a lot of money and you don't want to mess up what you're doing with it. So there is my review on these 3 palettes, and let me know if you guys have tried these in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of them and if you think they're worth it. They worked great for me. Let me know if they work great for you. And don't forget, be polished, wear polish, and a little superstition never hurt. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.